here.
You should have silver marked down on your thing.
Read
Take 3 away. Oh, well, take away 4 then. There should be silver pieces marked on your thing.
As you go in, you see roughly a dozen acolytes milling about inside.
That's it?
Yeah, well, I mean, you walk in, you see about a dozen acolytes walking.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like looking up to like to describe the rest of the church. Like, oh, there's a statue.
It really doesn't tell me much, honestly. It says the temple is also the town's most elaborate building. Like, that's all it tells me.
Excellent.
Well, then use your imagination, man. Come on.
All
right, so
giant statue with a cross.
I'll walk up to one of the acolytes and I will say, would like to talk to who's in charge.
The acolyte kind of turns. He's got one arm into each of his arms in the opposite sleeves, and he kind of bows his head a little bit. Hello, fellow traveler of Phrasma. You would be looking to speak with Fowrin Grimborough. He is the one that's officially in charge of the temple.
Where can I find him?
He's in his office at the moment. If you go straight down here, follow me. He leads you down a couple hallways, a couple turns, and you finally stop in front of a nice solid wooden door. He knocks on the door, you hear a voice from the other side, and he opens the door and lets you in. Sitting inside is a sole person behind a desk, kind of writing stuff down on papers and everything. He looks up as you enter. Well, what can I do for you?
Is he human?
Yes.
Okay. Inquisitor of Angrad. Here investigating... crap, what's it?
Lorrimor.
The cult's name, what is it? Whispering something.
The Whispering Way.
Whispering
Way.
Wait.
Here investigating Whispering Way. Need access to your books.
1 second. I'm going to go back all the way to the beginning of the book.
Chris, you sound like the Whispering Way.
Okay, look, I mean, I got this... I have this drawback. Anxious. You take a -2 penalty on diplomacy checks, and you speak slowly due to the concentration required. Unless stated otherwise, you are assumed to not be speaking above a volume of a whisper. So I'm trying to roleplay that. It's hard.
Okay, he tells you, our books are your books, brother of Phrasma. Head to the library just on the other side and
Appreciate it.
conduct your research.
And,
There are two checks that can be used for research in the Temple of Phrasma. You have Knowledge Arcana and Knowledge Religion. Pick the check that you would most like to use inside here, and roll it. And I'll tell you what you discover.
Alright, I actually have both checks as class skills, so I'm not sure which one to choose. Ooh, it's so tough.
Do you have ranks in them?
Yeah, I ranks them both, yeah.
Okay.
Same rank in both.
You're not supposed to talk about that.
No, but just because it will be
in
untrained.
character.
Yeah, it'll be untrained. It'll be untrained, so.
Okay, this is what you find out with that roll. There are still 1, 2, 3 other things you could find out in here, but you cannot do it today. You have to wait till tomorrow.
Okay.
How far?
Count the time.
Oh, fuck, I meant to PM that to you. I didn't mean to put it out there for everybody.
Okay, that's Temple of Phrasma, Scaring, that's Gibbs, shoot. So we're all in the town square.
Pretty much.
Okay, I would like to then travel north up to the unfurling scroll.
To the school.
Okay.
I will go with him.
Okay. One moment here. Oh, shit. Okay, the unfurling scroll. As you go into the unfurling scroll, you see an old male human wearing a robe.
And a wizard hat.
Maybe he just likes to be airy.
He doesn't have panties on?
Have you never heard that before? I put on my robe and wizard hat.
Anyway, you see him, and he's got a couple kids in there, children in there with him, and he's currently teaching them about math and history.
Ew.
All right. As I walk in and I see this, I softly say, "Am I interrupting here?"
Obviously.
He kind of holds his hand up and instructs the students to continue their work out of their book as he turns to you and he says, "I have not seen you in town before. How can I help you?"
My name is Halvor Stornorand. I'm no stranger to this town, but I am definitely not anyone of note in this town. I was a friend of Professor Petros Lorrimor. Unfortunately, he recently just passed. I was here for his funeral. Did you know him at all?
Yeah, I knew of him. He was a good man.
I would agree with that. I'm glad to hear you say that. Anyone who would consider Lorrimor a good man is a friend of mine. Now, I was told by his daughter that I could come here and find some texts on a subject that we are currently investigating.
He kind of holds up a finger. He claps his hands together. Children, that is all the instruction for today. See yourselves home. The children jump up and rush out. He says, "Sit. Tell me what you desire."
Right?
Well, I had asked her about information on the Harrowstone, the old prison that apparently burned down some years ago. She told me that I might be able to find some information about town, and this was one of the locations she told me about.
Oh, I do have some books. Anything in the back here? I haven't looked through them myself, mind you, but you're more than welcome to go look through the books in the back. Stay out of my store, if you don't mind.
Of course, I would never do anything to attempt to earn your distrust, especially in light of such generosity. Might I ask your name, friend?
He looks at you and he says, "My name is Alindru."
Lindru.
Well met, Elindru. I am grateful
like
for
that
your
name.
offer. Now, might you point me into the way to your books? I would hate to step foot into the area where you store your wares.
It's straight back through here, and he points you in the direction of where all the books are kept. As you get in there, it's I'm sorry. As you get in there, there's a solitary bookshelf with probably about 30 books on it. Okay, for researching in here, let me pause real quick and retcon Gar. When you are making checks in the Temple of Pharasma, you get a +4.
So I'm an inquisitor?
No.
No. What's the +4 for?
Because you get a +4.
Awesome.
For the two of you making checks in...
GM favoritism for the win.
Yeah, I actually wasn't supposed to let you do research in there. You were supposed to have to make a diplomacy check to be able to do research in there.
Oh god, I would never have passed that. I was counting on the whole being an Inquisitor thing to get me in there.
Yeah, I'm not going to count it anymore. You're fine to still go in there and research because that was a fuck up on my part. Halvor.
Yes.
He tells you that he would like you to pay him 10 gold a day each day that you come in to use his library.
Why?
Because it's his library.
It's his library.
Roll for barter.
Let me just check something.
Right?
here.
Right? Roll for barter.
Oh, there we go. I'm looking through my notes. Okay. Do you want 10 gold per day?
10 gold per day.
Per day.
Not per
Highway
person in there,
frickin'
just 10
robbery.
gold a day.
That's a lot.
I would say come back then. Okay, out of character, but
Shh. That's metagame.
never mind. I won't talk. Yeah, that's metagame. Sorry.
What is your current trust score?
I'm at 13.
Yep, no, that's definitely not high enough.
Yeah. Well, friend, I definitely respect the price that you want me to pay. Unfortunately, I do not have much gold to my name, and I would only be able to pay you for one day, and I didn't think that would be enough for me to get the information that I need. So, I must ask, is there anything I could do for you in trade to be able to use your library?
He says, do you have anything you might be willing to part with?
His virginity.
Ooh, he wants that hairy dwarf booty.
Let me see here. Well, I didn't know of anything I carry that might be of great use to you. But
Would you accept our help
Should you
need it
in any way?
in any way?
He's only interested in monetary compensation at this point.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
unfortunately, all I carry is equipment that is necessary for me to stay alive in these trying times, especially in this area.
He nods and says, I understand. It'll be 10 gold a day to come in here and research.
I understand, friend. Unfortunately, while I would be willing to pay, had I greater funds, I currently do not. So I will bid you farewell, and I thank you for your time. Should I come into the gold, I will find you again. I would love to know what kind of information you have in store for me here.
Okay. He kind of nods at you and says, very well. Well met. Have a good day.
Thank you, friend. Blah.
I'll find you again. That sounds like a threat. I will find you.
I'll find you again, god damn it.
Okay. Belgrim, what are you up to?
Alright, he is going to go to the jail.
Belgrim is headed to the jail.
He's gonna
He just goes to interesting places, doesn't he?
He's just
3,000 feet. Oh my god.
Okay. Read real quick, sorry.
Find my token. I don't even know where my token's at. Where'd he go?
He's down in the center.
He's right in front, right next to Belgrim.
He's next to the
Oh,
jail.
there he is.
There you
I
go.
was zoomed out. Oh, there you go. You're in the Temple of Pharasma, or on top of the roof, depending.
Okay, you walk into the jail. You see just one person sitting there. It's a male, a human male, kind of sitting, kicked back in a chair with his feet up on the desk. As you look around, all the cells inside the jail are empty, and he's kind of got his eyes closed. Looks like he's taking a nap.
I say, excuse me, friend.
He opens an eye and says, "Yeah."
Is there no crime in this town?
He kind of, nah, not enough to
Ew.
us have to worry about.
I would say, what do you know about the old Horror Stone